God gave that dream to you. Mm-hmm. It's for you and him, and it's for you to produce and give birth to. Mm-hmm. So you can't expect everybody else to see and be excited and want to see that dream flourish. Mm-hmm. It's just they don't get it. Yeah. It wasn't for them to get. Mm-hmm. So that's one. Everybody is not going to. Some people are small-minded. Mm-hmm. You know, they can't see that big. Yeah, they can't see that big. They see what's for you is in that box.
Yeah. Who you think you are?
Right. Tasha is going to work and she going to live in her house, and that's all she needs to do.
Right.
We don't want to see Tasha become the multi-millionaire, billionaire,
hallelujah,
producing mogul.
Yes, Jesus.
No, that's not how they want to see Tasha. Tasha is supposed to work for somebody, live in her house, and that's that. Mm-hmm. That's all they want to see.
Unless they need some money.
Right. And Lord forbid you say no.
Oh, but that's a rule
That's
of
when
mine.
they're going to bring up all your old stuff.
I remember
she told me no. I remember when, but
like remember when I said no and move around.
Is not going to celebrate you.
Yeah.
Some people, I do firmly believe, they just don't know how to celebrate people.
Mm-hmm. They were not celebrated.
They were not celebrated, so they don't know how to celebrate.
Agreed.
And some people, unfortunately, they can't. They're used to mess. Yep. They're used to drama. Mm-hmm. And they're used to the gossiping and the tearing people down. So it comes naturally, mm-hmm. and that's what's going to come out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them. So you have to be careful with who you share things with. Mm-hmm. I like the ideal, and you're big on mentorship, mm-hmm. finding someone that's doing what you would like to be doing.
Shout out to Mike Love.
Those are the people you share it with because they get it. That's Everybody is just not going to get it.
Yeah.
Or get you.
Or support you.
Or support
because
you.
Because even there's some people who will support you even if they don't understand your dream.
Even if they don't understand.
I think about the biblical story of Joseph. Not Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat, but that's the story it's based on. But he and his brothers. Mm-hmm. And they talked about...
Ooh, he had some brothers.
Yeah. I mean, sold him into slavery.
Jesus.
Well, they were going to kill him. But, then they thought better of that. But basically, he started, as you said, don't tell your dreams. He started sharing his dreams. Mm-hmm. And he was rebuked by everybody, including his dad. But his dad was like, I mean... That's stupid, but I'm going to think about it. I'm going to keep that in mind. Right, he might be on to something, but shut up.
Right.
That's basically where he was with that. So, that goes to show, sometimes, and I think that hurts the worst.
Mm-hmm. Especially
when
for
it's your
child.
Yeah, but when it's your relatives. It's the people who are closest to you who have that power to strike. Yeah. Oh, who you telling? Girl, I've told you a couple stories. Yeah. The whole, well, what do you think? Or why do you think you did this? Or you could have just,
Right. Everybody could tell you what you could have, should have done.
But I don't bug you about the way you live your life.
Exactly.
And so I expect the same courtesy.
Exactly. And half the time it's like, hey, why are you over here?
Right.
And I know what you got going on over there. And you're not mentioning. They won't put their stuff out.
Oh, no.
But they all ready to report yours like Mary Mitchell's. I had to sneak that in there.
That's hilarious. But I get it. And so you're like, are you that unhappy? See, for me, if something happens for you, I'm excited. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're my friend.
Right.
Why wouldn't I be?
Want to see you excel.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, great. You get this new gig. What? You the new manager? Really? You got this position? Whatever that looks like, I'm cool with it.
Exactly. Mm-mm. And that's the way we should be. But we have a long way to go. It's the crabs in the barrel syndrome is really, really affecting us.
Yeah. I think it affects everybody, but for us, we can't afford to let it affect us. And I think you're absolutely right about that.
Right.
Yeah, we can't afford to. Like, we don't have all the resources. We are not that long out of slavery, out of civil rights. I know people are like, get over it. Listen.
We're not.
And so there's some psychological damage behind all that. There's a show for us. Mm-hmm.
a lot of psychological damage.
Absolutely.
And with families, I know from first hand, it could be generational curses.
Absolutely.
You know, you talk about Joseph and those brothers. I look at my 2 sons. I love them. They're sweet as pie. They're respectful, but those 2 will go at it. But as a parent, if you're not careful and you sit down, I'm always telling them, especially the little one, it's a competition.
Okay.
And it shouldn't be a competition. You're 8. He's 17.
Right. That's different.
So anytime he can throw a little jab at his big brother, he doesn't, and I say, no, you don't do that.
Right.
Or if you're going to do it at home when y'all, talking and making jabs and whatever they call it at each other. But don't do it in public. That's your brother. You always support. And I believe when they get older, they'll be close and they'll always. But right now, if as a parent, I feel like I'm obligated to tell them how they're supposed to help and love on one another. Because when I'm not here.
That's right.
You 2 may only have each other.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You may only have each other. If I don't teach them now, they will grow up resenting each other, tearing each other down.
Right.
Who wants that? Who wants that?
Not Auntie Tasha. She would not like to see that.
No.
That's too much.
So you have to be careful, but people weren't taught. Or like you said, I really think they weren't celebrated.
They weren't
so
celebrated.
They really don't even know how to celebrate anyone else.
Or not only were they maybe not celebrated, but then in some instances they were actively torn down. And so that's their reality. That's what they know. They may be dealing with anxieties and insecurities of their own. And again, it exposes a wound, to channel my inner Love McPherson. Shout out to Love. It exposes that wound. That ouch, I can't stand to see you doing this because that means, I didn't do it.
Right.
I know a couple ladies, one, and they're related, and one just doesn't like the other based on nothing. Well, why don't you like her? She phony. What do you mean? She just phony. Cite an example. She phony in a $3 bill. Do you recognize you're still giving me the same answer with no substance?
Right. Right. She's just phony. I just don't like her.
Yeah. I mean, I've experienced that. From the time I was little. I think maybe that's why I deal with it so easily now. Like the time my mama let me go past Tequila's house. Inglewood. You experience the girls. You're friendly. Hey, how you doing? Right. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
and just because of that, it's like, oh.
Well, let me go now.
I don't like her.
Now
she speaks too much.
Right. She speaks literally somebody said that. For real.
She smiled too much.
She's too happy. Are you angry because my mama wouldn't let me come down the street? Like, and here's the thing. I was 13, 14. These people were 18, 19, 24. Really? You mad at the 14-year-old?
Right.
But how much pain were they harboring inside that they didn't know how to express? Like, I've always been sympathetic to, I wonder why people act that way. Like, I don't, most people snap off and react to the issue, the top issue. But I'm looking at the, what's beneath the surface. Why are you acting like that?
Right.
Like, what, why are you rude to people? Why are you, why do you have a problem anytime a man says anything? There's always an underlying issue. Always.
Hurt,
pain.
Hurt people.
That's exactly it. Hurt people.
Oh, the damage that hurt people inflict on others. It's a big, huge part of a lot of what ails our society today. Yeah. Hurt people, hurting people.
Absolutely.
And just mean for no reason.
So that brings us to our you all right? No choking. I'm gonna pause the recording. I'm just pausing. You good? You all right? You want some water?
I'm good.
Okay.
Hurt people. Well,
see, that kind of ties right into what our guest has to say. Erika Gilchrist is a media mogul. I know that my Facebook page says Tasha Media Mogul, but this is Erika Gilchrist, and she's an author of at least 10 books. And the name of her organization is Women Thriving Fearlessly. And we chatted with Erika a little bit about an upcoming event she has. Take a listen. Hey, where you are in the mix with a vibrant mix, and it's Women's History Month, and we're on the line with the history maker, author, and speaker, Erika Gilchrist. She's going to talk to us about her brand and how she's helping women thrive and do so fearlessly. In fact, that's the name of her upcoming seminar, and we'll get to that shortly. But welcome to a vibrant mix. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you all so much for having me. You all are doing awesome things, and I just want to tell you, keep it up. Keep rising, girl.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much. So let's just kind of jump right in. Who is Erika Gilchrist?
Well, you're asking me today who I am, and that may change.
Okay.
You know, depending on how life happens, because life doesn't go in a straight line. But I will say that all the peaks and valleys and ebbs and flows of my life have led me to a woman who was once very stoppable, who became unstoppable, and who is now thriving. So through domestic abuse, sexual molestation as a child, homelessness, suicide attempts, poverty-stricken, from all of that, I can tell you right now that I am the woman who knows exactly what she wants, and I know how to ask for it, and I know how to get it. So who is Erika Gilchrist? It depends. I mean, like today, yeah, I'm wonderful. I'm unstoppable and I'm thriving. But it's not always like that every day. You know, life doesn't go in that straight line. So on this day, I'm going to say that I am thriving, and I can't think of anything else in my life I'd rather do other than what I'm doing right now.
I love it. So it sounds like you took the challenges of life, you know, the proverbial turning lemons into lemonade. How did that process happen? You named some really heavy things. You named domestic abuse, you named sexual abuse, and you named homelessness. I mean, wow, just wow.
You know what? In that process of healing, it happens in stages. It doesn't happen all at once, or at least it didn't for me. The sexual molestation was something that happened in an environment that I could not control. I mean, I was being raised. My dad died when